भद्रं शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तष्टभागं सस्तनाभिः दशेम देवहितै यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताख्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति 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 ओम अग्नेनय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युजोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टान्ते नम मुक्तिं विधेम ओम शांति शांति शांति
ओम आ ब्रह्मं ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आरासे राजन्यः सूरा इषहोति व्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोगिर्धेनुर्वोढा नड्वान् आशतप्तिः पुरन्दर्योषा जिष्टो रतेष्ठाः कदेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पश्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ओम शांति 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 ओम आप्यायन्तु ममङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः श्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनिरते उपनिषत्सु धर्माः मयि संतो ओम शांति 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 ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गुरुजी नमस्ते.
So we are just invoked today, being the next day of the Guru Purnima, the blessings of Dakshinamurti on all of us, and recite his Guru Mantram to be Om Namo Bhagavate Dakshinamurtaye Mahyam Medham Pragnam Prayacha Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dakshinamurtaye Mahyam Medham Pragnam Prayacha Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dakshinamurtaye Mahyam Medham Pragnam Prayacha Swaha. Because Dakshinamurti is the Guru of Gurus. And afterwards we have so many Gurus. And Dakshinamurti is nobody but Lord Shiva himself, the Gnana Murti par excellence. From him only all knowledge has come forth. That's why we always begin our studies making namaskaram to Lord Shiva, who is the originator, promulgator, and blessing God for the spread of knowledge in the world. That knowledge which is very much useful, connected to our Adhyayana also. We have so many branches of knowledge and pursuits by all people in all directions, at all places in the universe. But of all the Vidyas, we have been told by Krishna in Gita, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. So we only always make prayer, apart from other professional excellence and professional success and zenith reaching opportunities, etc. We must want Adhyatma Vidya. That's why we always make prayer, Atma me sudhyantam, Antaratma me sudhyantam, etc. Then Atma and Antaratma, these are the two things. And again we say, Antastishtatu amrutasya gopaha. We are going to meet the elevation and description of Lord Shiva. We asking him, Antastishtatu. See, let Lord Rudra confirm to stay in our hearts of hearts, Antastishtatu. And why we prefer him? Because Amrutasya Gopa. See, Gopa is the protector. because we are the Amrutas and we have derived Amruta and we are the projectiles from Amruta. Therefore, whatever Amruta are good or best qualities or the purposes for which we are all granted Janma should be protected, promoted, and also protracted too, so that we will not be missing the opportunities of being devoted to the higher selves, maybe gurus, maybe Paramatma himself, or maybe our own colleagues who are better, who are really compassionate and helping to us. So that way, we make Rudra to be Amrutasya Gopaha. And this Rudra is taken to be one who is not different in the nature, and everybody is there, influenced or embodied with Rudra's grace. Yo Rudro Agno Yo Apsu Ya Oshadhishu Yo Rudro Vishwabhuvana Vivesa Tasmai Rudraya Namo Astu. So this is what we have understood, that Rudra is there, Agno, everywhere Rudra is seated, and he is the one who is managing everything. Rudra is Agni, Vayu, Surya, Chandrama, Nakshatrani, well, everything. Krutagum Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vainamo Namaha. So the point is Urdhvaretam Virupaksham. These are to be marked with red ink. That Paramatma is always trying to provide us an extra eye, third eye, with which we are able to have the Gnanam. So that's why Gnana, your chakras, even that Gnana chakra is there in between the two eyebrows, where the third eye is located. So with this kind of importance, generally people will ask, why should I read and learn Mahanyasa? And so Rishis have been helping us to get quick moksha or early moksha or anything like that, because they know the human problems. They know because they are also human beings, and they also have families. They have children. They have all the Lokayatra systems with them. But in spite of the Lokayatra Vidhayatvam in them, yet they are little elevated souls. So they were able to spend a little time away from the mundane attractions and pressures and pleasures, and try to reach up or meet the gods, higher powers, and derive knowledge from them. That's why they're all revealed people. So on this day, we have to make Namaskaram on the Purnima day, or the next, it will have influence. On this Purnima day, we have to remember Namarushibhyaha, Mantrakrutbhyaha, Mantrapatibhyaha, etc. So Rishis are there, Mantrapatis are there, Mantrakruts are there, and Mantra Upadeshakas are there, who are gurus. And like that, we have so many people who are working with the mantras. And the mantra is one which will be the product of deep thinking on one hand, and their effect will be upon us as you keep on brooding over or thinking over or meditating upon the mantras. That's why it is said, Mananat Mantraha. If you keep on remembering, rituing, and then uttering the mantras, so they are what to do, Mananat Mantraha. And again, there is another definition is Manayantam Trayata iti Mantraha. Even Gayatri also, Gayantam Trayata iti Gayatri, Manayantam, Gayantam. These are all special Sanskrit verbs which tell us that we have to be attached. And gurus don't be always with us. We say Guru Purnima once in a year. Meanwhile, the whole year, there will be the Vyasa Bhagavan or Guru Anugraha working with us. Therefore, after this Guru Purnima, we are going to have the Upakarma. That is almost equal to Upanayanam, that is getting the extra eye. We have been endowed with the natural eyes, but Upanayanam is Upa is an extra eye, knowledge eye, with which we are able to see something which we don't ordinarily see with our normal eyes. Therefore, Upanayanam, afterwards, that's why we call it as a. So like that, then festivals and all that will come. So from Ashada Suddha, Ashada Krishna Amavasya is the beginning of our festival season. And they end up in the Kartika Amavasya. So in between these two, almost all the festivals are present and we enjoy festivals and good food. So it's all Guru Anugraha, because of him we are getting. That's why we say Rudra, and Mahanyasa is specially designed so that the Paramatma Rudra will be associated with us. Antas tishtatu amrutasya gopa. When you make a prayer complimenting the Rudra as Amrutasya gopa, as the protector, as the manager of whatever little or more Amruta with which we have been born, he has to maintain and enhance it also. Because we are all the children of Amruta, and Amruta Bhavema, the ultimate aim of our puja or dedication or professional excellence, all that the goal is Amruta Bhavema, may we become immortal. So in order to become that kind of, or attain that kind of elevated status to us, there are so many gadgets given to us by our Rishis. Therefore, Rishi Runa is also one of the 5 runas, or indebtedness, with which we are all working with. Therefore, Pancha runas are there. Panch Matru Runa, Pitru Runa, Acharya Runa, Rishi Runa, and Bhuta Runa, etc. So, these runas are there. We are given opportunity to be able to reduce the Runa Badha or Runa account as much as possible, as far as possible, so that we are all given the stipulated 10 decades of life. Decade by decade, there should not be decay, but there should be growth in our own sadhanas and sampatti and all that. So the Mahanyasa is, there are Ekanyasam, Trayanyasam, Panchanyasam, and Nyasas are numbered. But when you come to the Shiva Radhana and Shiva Abhisheka, etc., the word given is the Maha, complementing. Nyasa is deposit. And that deposit we have got to give back to those people who are eligible for this kind of devotion or that. So Kalidas has said in Abhignana Sakuntalam, Artho hi kanya parakiya eva. So Artha doesn't mean, Artha is kanya. Artha is our own riches, our own running. So it belongs to others. You are the gift of God. So whatever little you do, will be back gift for the God. So in that sense, Mahanyasam has come into the our Indian Vedic practices, and so many people do. When they whether they do Ekadasavara Rudra or Ekavara or Atirudra, Maharudra, whatever Rudras they are doing, Mahanyasa is a preliminary foundation, a cementing like that. We invoke Paramatma Rudra to come. And in this complex, we have been going through with Mahanyasam, where we have come up to the Siva Sankalpa. What is Mahanyasa? Mahanyasa is Siva Sankalpa. That is, that will really fetch us prosperity and Amrutatvam. And so whenever we read the Siva Sankalpas, we are just reminded that there is a goal for us, not reaching the cities and the capital towns of the countries, but we have some Kailasa Sikhare Ramye, Sankarasya Shivalaye, Devata Tatra Modanti, Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. When you mention to Lord Rudra, Devataha Tatra Modanti, it implies that you should also become the Devata, and see that you also get the eligibility in order to go to and enjoy the Kailasa Sikhara Vasam. Vasaha is Shiva, Kailasa Sikhara Vasam is that. And moreover, who are there in the Kailasa? Girikanyaya Kailasa. So Girisha and Girikanya. Girikanya is Parvati Shakti, and Girisha is Lord Rudra. Both of them are enjoying a high, pleasant Guru Sishya Sambandha too. In that, that's why Parvati Vacha, Ishvara Vacha, in Vishnu Sahasranam you come across. Parvati is a student, maybe anything, but she is a Shishya to before Lord Rudra, who is the Gnani and is the repository of all knowledge. So she will represent all people, keeping in mind the problems that the people keep facing in their course of life. Therefore, she asks, what is the upayam? Where you can recite the entire 1,000 names of Vishnu, and Shiva doesn't become angry. He says, Rama, Rama, Rama. 3 times you say, 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 5 is equal to 1,000. So if you do 3 times utterance of Ramanama, you get the 1,000 names of Vishnu being said, etc. So in this, after Shiva Sankalpa, Sankalpa is something unbreakable decision. When once you desire, you should be able to attain. Prarabdha muttama janaha naparityajanti is really Sankalpa. See, whatever has set on by uttama janas, by really determined people, they will not leave it until they complete it. So that is the kind of pursuit and determination which our Hindu life or our Vedic scriptures have taught to us. And whoever are involved in the course of that kind of Sankalpa Siddhi, we are always taking them into account and respecting them also. That's why you observe Siddhartha, Siddha Sankalpa, Siddhidah, Siddhi Sadhanaha. So that Siddhi, Siddhi, Siddhi is Shiva Sankalpa. And after that, Shiva Sankalpa, we have now come to the prayer to, after reciting the Purusha Suktam, and where the 2 parts are there in Purusha Suktam. One part is belonging to Rigveda, 16 mantras, and another part, 6 or 8 mantras added by Yajurveda. Because when you sit in the sacrifice or in puja system, you must want more details. Therefore, Adhyasambhuta Pruthivyai, from that it begins. So, we observe that the Uttara Narayana, Purva Narayana. Purva Narayana, Narayana Shabda just means the repository of knowledge. Nara is knowledge, Ayana is that, trying to expand the knowledge. Ayana also means expanding. So whatever knowledge we are introduced in our institutions by our gurus, we should not get contented with that, but we should make extra study all through the life and be a gnani. That's what it is said. Something like a condition for a Maharajas. Whatever land or rajyam that father gives, making him as a Chakravarti or a king, he cannot afford to be lazy. He should fight battles, he should increase the koshagara, he should protect more people, etc. Some kingly duties are there, state and kingship. So like that, even for a Brahmin or for anybody, there should be that kind of expansion, gnanarjana. Gnana. So because Paramatma is gnana nidhi. So we make a prayer to Dakshinamurti. He says, Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So he is Nidhi and he is the Bhishak or Bheshajam for Bhavaroga. Apart from all temporary rogas that come and hit our body, because only for body diseases come to make it diseased. But there is something different from body. Therefore, that's what we call as bhava. Keep on being born and become a victim for death and birth. So that bhava roga should be avoided and to get moksham up. Then, after this sankalpam, there are 36 important mantras. Actually, in Shiva Sankalpa, we notice in the Shukla Veda, that's what is called Shiva Sankalpa Upanishadu. Only 6 mantras are there. But later on, our rishis are so great. No, we should have some more So they have come up to 36 mantras where there is a wonderful coverage to the whole human life, spiritual life, and all that. That's why merely if you recite the Shiva Sankalpas, that will be enough thing. That's why they said, Namakam Chamakam Chaiva Purushasuktam Cha Yad Vichuhu Nityasaha Mahadevena Tattulyam Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. So all this Mahadeva and Tulyam, we are able to equate or make that which is equal to Mahadeva, Shiva. So this Namaka, Chamaka, Purushuktam, then Sri Suktam also. And again we have given the Palasuti last, that Sadadhyayanti Brahmana te Paramotsham Gamishyanti. It is the promise. Merely you don't read Mahanyasam cover to cover. Not necessary, because each mantra is independent. It is not a storybook. So if I don't know the previous mantra, I can't understand this mantra. And it's not like that. I think every mantra is open for japa. Every mantra is open for independent influence and independent benefit. Therefore, that is why I said, those people who remember these things, then they will be getting. That's why it is said, Yaidagum Shiva Sankalpagum Sadadhyayanti Brahmana. So Brahmana means that we should understand. Oh, it's only meant for Brahmins, not for us. No. Brahmavit Brahmana. So Brahmachari. Brahma Pratiyaha Charati Pujam Acharati Vrittin Karoti Sayeva Brahmachari. Brahma is God, something noble. So people must always keep some noble ideas into their own purview or syllabus in life. That's why they are called Brahmana. Then what do they do? Paramotsham Gamishyanti. That is, there won't be any other location that we have got to reach up when once you reach the Paramotsham. Because there are four folds in moksha world. If at all, Salokya, Sarupya, Samanata, and Sayujya. These are all four stages. We don't know what is what, but we remember, we just utter them, that this, and according as the puja or prarthana system, they say, ultimately, Sarupyam aroti, Salokyatam apnoti, Samanatam apnoti, Sayujyam apnoti. We don't know what are all these things, because those rishis will go to these stages, will not come back to us to tell us what is the experience that they have got. It is very hard for people to give ideas about death experience. Death is done. But there are some great, great saints. We call him Ramana Maharshi. There is a big notice board there in the Ramana Maharshi ashram, where he died and came back and described how will be the death experience. That is unique. Therefore, we call Ramanaji as a Maharshi. So on. So here, Paramotsham Gamishyanti. We are all getting the Paramotsham. So after these Shiva Sankalpas, all our efforts and attempts have got to be crowned with success. And to grant that kind of success, whom we want? We want a great hero of the gods. The great hero of gods is Indra. He is the king of all gods. He is the protector of all gods. He has fought a very tough fight in his life. That's why he is called as a Vrutrahan. And when he is the one who killed that Vrutrasura, the enveloper who stopped rain from clouds to come upon the land, there will be drought and famine in the land and people die. And Rakshasas will enjoy that food. And so that was a great crisis. So Vrutrasura and Vrutra fight of Indra is highly lauded one, deeply described one, and often complimented. So the moment we remember Indra, he is called Vrutrahan. And what is the battle he fought? It is called Vrutraturya. And what is that weapon which is highly powerful, which Indra used? That is called Vajrayudha. So how is Vajrayudha prepared? It is just out of water, foam, it has been solidified and prepared. So the preparation of the Vajrayudha is also manufacture of that is also, we don't know how, but it is taken, the raw material for was the foam of the ocean or waters, river. And again, another version is that Dadhichi Maharshi's bone, a portion of a bone has been taken up, and from that bone, that Vajrayudha has been designed, means that Dadhichi Maharshi was simply living with skeleton because of his great tapas. So when people go into tapas, the aging is not at all important for them, but their tapas will fill the entire 8 layers of our body: outer charma, inner, then flesh, then blood, then snayu, then marrow, and ultimately to the bone. Tvak charmamagum sarudhira majja medha snayavosthini. So these are all the 8 layers that in our body, which everybody must be aware at what layer the crisis, the problem or disease comes up. So here, out of the bone of Dadhichi Maharshi, that means otherwise high rate of tapas was required to help the real hero of the gods to put down that Rutra, and after which there was a lot of peace and prosperity in the world. Therefore, he is called as Rutrahan. And not only Indra is great, even the army, Indra Sena, even the army also of Indra is very, very powerful. Therefore, who is this Indra? What are the greatnesses? So, Gotrabhidam, Govidam, Vajravahum. I have done it. Jayantam, Ajma, Pramudantam, Ojasa, Imagum, Sajata, Anuvira, Yadhvagam, Sakhayo, Nusagam, Rabhadvam. So, we have already taken the meaning of all these. These are all the mantras drawn from Rigveda. It is not easy to understand Rigveda mantras because sometimes people say, when you don't understand a mantra, nirarthakaha mantraha, what you don't understand, you say they are meaningless. It is like a fox when it was not able to catch the grapes, jumping, no, it was not able to catch grapes. Then it thinks, no, the grapes are very sour, not sweet. So like that, there are many people who don't follow the communication or the message or the guidance that the mantras have got. They simply think, oh, it's waste. How long this Swamiji is going to recite the mantras? People say, suppose the Purohit is reciting some mantras, many people these days have no patience to listen to or give room for him. No, Sakri, oh, Panditare, Saku, stop Mari, please stop it. And we are interested. So this way, they are losing a lot of sacred things and benefit and all that. So here you observe, we such a Indra who is Gotrabhit, Govit, and Vajrabahu. Not only Vajrayudha employs, in order to employ Vajrayudha, the shoulders must also be able and strong enough to wield the weapon. See, all the weapons used in the war are not like our knife in the kitchen, not kitchen knife size alladu. They are very, very heavy, made out of iron, with all very sharp. So the manufacturing of the war implements or war weapons itself is a big industry in olden days. And from Delhi University, there was one lady, I don't remember, who submitted her thesis for PhD on the weapons and missiles employed in Mahabharata. So like that, that's a way. And he's called Vajrabahu. And not only Vajrabahu and Vajradhara, he is a Jayanta. He's always a victorious whenever he goes to battle. We remember that when Indra not only was able to take the help of his own Sainyam, gods, but also invite a great Chakravartis like Dushyanta, Nala, and Harishchandra, and such great Chakravartis were going to Indra's help in fights with the Rakshasas. Therefore, we have such great Maharajas in our history who are interloka travelers. not international. We remain international, but there are interloka transfer. For example, Narada is one who can go any loka he wanted and who has access to meet anybody in the world. So all sorts of Maharajas, Rakshasas, Kinnaras, Gandharvas, Devas, etc., all of them request, with all happiness, immediately admit Narada Mahamuni. So our literature goes like that. And moreover, these Devasena, there is also not only description of the Indra, because king is nobody without his cooperation and support of the Sainyam that he has got. Therefore, in office, the boss is being allotted because of not himself, but because of the staff cooperating. Here also we have got the beautiful Devasenanam Abhivanjatinam Jayantinam Marutoyantvagre Indrasya Vrishno Varunasya Ragna Adityanam Marutagam Sardhavugram. So here also that I covered that what is the Devasena? They are able to pierce through the Rakshasa Sainyam and able to put down. Let's see, avatars of Vishnu and Amma, Durga Parameswari, Lalita Parameswari came into existence only because of the extraordinary power of the Rakshasas who could not be meddled by the gods, male gods. See, in Durga Saptasati, we have got a reference that all gods go and seek the help of Devi. Amma, we have several times fought with them, 100 times. But this Mahishasura or Sumbari Sumbas are so tough that we are always defeated and driven away and also robbed of our portfolios, and we are just normal people walking on the roads. We have no powers. Please give us. Then Parameswari said, Yada yada danavota bhada bhavishyati, tada tada bhavishyami. So then I will take avatara. So there is two ways of putting down the dushta shaktis. Dushta danava bhanjini, dushta dura, durachara samani, and dosha varjita. That's important. We have to. So whatever hani or killings or wars he is fighting, Parameswari is not attributed with any kind of sin at all. She is sin-free. Normally, peace homicide are so sin-free. But Parameswari and Parameswara who come and fight war, they are all free from doshas. That's why they are all dosha-titas. One will put a question, sir, all these people are killed by gods, so are not gods sinners? No, they are not sinners, they are killers. So gods are helpers and killers. If they don't allow you to die, you will not die at all. So when they allow you, admit you into their portals, which means to leave the body, that means they approved your killing, you're getting killed or reaching up. Therefore, we make a prayer to God, not only to keep us upon the earth long time. Chiram jivam, chiram vardha, chiram jivitam vardhayanto. So we only ask them to get the extension of healthy life, as far as our sanction of the span of life has been there, and we don't want anything more than what the span of life that has been granted to us. But whatever is the span of life, 5 decades, 6 decades, or 7 decades, and the decade life must be smooth, and we should not have much problems that we lose time. To spend 2 months in hospital is no good gain, but the same 2 months if you spend in Tirtha Yatra or some such positive activity, that will be additional gain for us. So that's what we also ask. Sir, if at all, oh God, if at all anything were to come to us, let it come and disappear, but not bother us much, but let not disturb our routine. That's what we are praying. Our dinachari must not be disturbed, and we should. That's why somebody was telling, take some tablets and keep going your office and work. So, like that, here we have got Devasenanam. Even the Sena Kirti also important. That's why Srutihi, Samstuta Vaibhava, and also she is supposed to be even for Rudra or any god. Not only Rudra is great, Rudra Sena is great. Therefore, there are hundreds of Rudras all over available. but they're all very faithful and affectionate and dutiful to their master. That's exactly what you see among the Vanaras. And they are so obedient to Sugriva Agna and Rama Bhakti. So when Hanuman jumped up, Hanuman is not at all worried, bothered that he should find out Sita and jump the ocean. All these things are not at all needed because he is the minister for Sugriva. And but Sugriva's friend is Rama, as good as so he did, Rama did. So there is a mutual connected commitments and responsibilities and obligations. So for that, the entire retinue is also bothered. Rama is not only connected to us, the entire Rama Parivara is connected to us, so that in Balakanda, when all gods and Bhudevi, all people went and asked Vishnu, Ravana has become a terrible problem. We cannot tolerate him more. Then Vishnu said, solution maker, he said, well, Akke Babu, I will just divide myself into 4. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, we will be born as sons of Dasaratha. So he ordered Agni to give payasam, and Kausalya had 50% of the payasam. The other 2 wives had the 25. Therefore, Rama is born to Kausalya. So Kausalyayaha Dusavatu. And Rama Raksha Stotra, you see that. And ultimately, what is Rama? He is a chairman of the foot problem, chairman of the foot health, foot care. So because he walked all the entire 14 years with barefoot in the forest and fought also wars with that. Anyway, so like that, Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrugna, all these 4 brothers are a unit, Ekayid Devaha. That's why, as we know that then Vibhishana and Sugriva saw all 4 brothers, all brothers joining and coronating him and sharing their all cooperation, all that. Then for a while, Vibhishana and Sugriva felt sad in them that Vibhishana, my elder brother Ravana is so great, but unfortunately we have to make him get killed. That's what they regret. Then suddenly remembers Vibhishana that he killed his own brother, got his brother killed. Even Sugriva also felt for a while, because these 2 people are there who are not, who had no good brothers, though they are brothers. So Sugriva felt Vali is really powerful. Had Vali been very much affectionate and cooperative with me, would have done a lot of good, but we had to get the Vali done. So this was the kind of emotional feeling for a while. They broke down for a while, looking at the happiness of the Pattabhisheka of Rama. Anyway, so here I'm just coming to what stage we are done. And here, so having praised Indra and having praised Indrasena and Jayantam and also the Varuna, the Maruts and all that, we have come to a stage. We have got to do some lesson also now. So I stopped in the beginning. So come, yes, Bhairapnavare, heltira. Asmakamindra samruteshu dhvajeshu. Asmakamindra samruteshu dhvajeshu asmakam yaisha vahata jayantu. Sivalingavara, got it?
Asmakam indra samruteshu dhudeshu asmakam ya ishu vasta jayantu.
Yeah. ಎರಡು ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿ.
अस्माकम् इन्द्रस्य अमृतेषु ध्वजेषु अस्माकं या ईशवस्ता जयन्तु.
अस्माकं वीराः उत्तरे भवन्तु.
अस्माकं वीराः उत्तरे भवन्तु. अस्माकं वीराः उत्तरे भवन्तु.
अस्मानुदेवाः अवताहवेषु.
अस्मानुदेवा अवताहवेषु. अस्मानुदेवा अवताहवेषु.
उद्धर्षय मघवन्.
उद्धर्षय मघवन्. उद्धर्षय मघवन्.
आयुधानि.
आयुधानि. Ayudhani
Utsatvanam Mamakanam Mahagumsi.
Satvanam Mamakanam Mahagamsi Satvanam
No, no,
Mamakanam
Ut is there at the beginning. Utsatvanam.
Utsatvanam Mamakanam Mamakanam Mahagamsi Utsatvanam Mamakanam Mahagamsi
Udvrutrahan.
Udvutrahan Udvutrahan
Vajinan Yudrathanam.
Vajinam Vajinanyudratam Vajinam Vajinujjutatam
Rathanam Jayatametu Ghosha.
Tathanam Yetametu Ghoshaha Tathanam Yetametu Ghoshaha.
So, for every success, for gods, even in the wars, the prayers of the human beings are very much wanted. You know, without human beings or religious rishis and all people, gods also can't be prosperous. They don't get strength. That's why we have in our tradition feeling, Tanno Vishnu Palam Pravardhatam. Whatever puja you do, whatever hovana you do, you ultimately make a wish that Narayana's strength must increase, enhance. Vishnu Balam Pravardhatam. Ali, there the word Vishnu is there, not Narayana. Vishnu is every god is a Vishnu, because they are present any and everywhere, wherever you. So there is no location fixed for any god. Devataha sarvatra sarvada tishtanti. The gods are live and present at all places, at all times. Only the times don't bother them. They don't have they are the clock for themselves. Therefore, as you see, when people are sleeping in India, in America, people are doing a lot of pujas, havanas, bhajans, etc. Lot of religious congregations are taking place. And even gods have come to crossing the oceans to America or other places, other countries, and they are getting the Kalyana Mahotsavam. We not only in Tirumala, for example, Srinivas Kalyana is taking place, but the Tirumala Utsav Vigrahas duplicate have been brought to America by the Pandits or Purohits of the Tirupati Tirumala, and they are conducting the Kalyana Utsava for Srinivasa. Padmavati Kalyanam, we are being done. One was done in Chicago a week or two back, which was attended by 4,000 people or so in Marriott banquet hall, very big. And there the Purohits have described everything very much. And ultimately the two Deveris are given back to Srinivasa and made him richer. Because the Srinivasa Kalyanam or Devata Kalyanam is having a lot of influence on people everywhere in the world. Because the only division like country names are there for 222 countries or something like that. But names are different. But ultimately the entire Bhubhagam, he belongs to Vishnu. 1 foot he kept upon that. Vishnor-nukam viryani pravocham yaha parthivani mimame rajagumsi. So you know that. So he tried to divide the entire universe into 2 divisions. One is earth and another is heavens. So Rajaha, the Rajas is being divided into 2. And therefore the entire Dhuli is upon the earth. Therefore Vishnu Pada Dhuli is there on the earth on which we are walking all time. Therefore, we always make the prayer to Bhudevi that Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnupatni Namastubhyam Padasparsam Shamaswati. So it is the Gruhini of Vishnu who should tolerate the people attending the house or doing anything. Therefore, the woman has got the chief role in managing the house, Gruha Lakshmi. Grihapati will be always on the road. he will not know what is taking place. But Gruhalakshmi, the wife, the Dharmapatni or Gruhatni, she knows any and everything because she is the caretaker of the health, prosperity, and everything of all inmates in the house. And her kitchen is neat and clean so that nobody will take a bottle and go to the doctor. They will go to the office and schools and colleges and get better. So thereby, Vishnupatni namastubhyam padasparsam kshamasvame. Like that, here the gods also will be promoted of their strength, established of their power prowess, only because of the prayers we do. People will generally ask, hey, why should we make prayer to gods? No, why is no question at all. We should do prayer to gods. It is a prayer that we should become better because the gods are better. A strong man, a rich man can help others. That's why in Rudram, Namakam, we have a beautiful request for Rudra. What is that? Bhairapanare, Nodkoli, Maghavat Jastanushva, Meetva, Stoka, Yatanayaya Sayyo. Look at that meaning of the word. Prayer is Maghavat Jastanushva. Please increase the number of rich people, the company owners, the business people, and their profits and all that. Why? They will be able to open up new branches and give opportunities for more people. So Bhagavat Jastanushva and also Meetva, be compassionate to them that they will be able to improve their establishments in different places and give opportunity for others to grow. So Bhagavat Jastanushva, Meetva, and that too Toka Yatanayaya. When the rich people open new establishments, what would be the advantage? Toka and Tanaya, they also get opportunities. Toka Yatanayaya, what they get? Shyamyo. Shyam is Shanti. Shyam is happiness. Shyam is job getting. Whatever that pleases us, it comes under the word Shyam. That's why Shyamno, 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 we say Shyamastunaha. So always we look for the Shanti. And that kind of Shanti giver is called Shankara. Rudra says, Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Namah Shivaya cha Sivataraya cha. This also forms a part. So Shankara is one who grants you mundane happiness, health, happiness, that your lifetime will be energetic, active, and powerful and useful. And Mayaskaraya cha, the word Maya increase tells you the moksha prapti, amrutatva prapti. So not only the mundane happiness is the goal of our life. If you are comfortable, supposing you could not get some luxury and all that, but when your children are well placed and they are really affectionate to their parents, unlike many other people, but if they are affectionate, their bhagya, the parents and grandparents will share. And children also enjoy that. That's why we always make a prayer that Sat Santana Pradayanyai Durga Ambikayai Namo Namaha. See, Durga Parameswari, Durga Sahasranamandali, you get a prayer to Durgamma that Sat Santana Pradayani. Santana Pradayani is okay. Anybody can, biological product. But the children born must be really fruitful to themselves, to society, and to the families. Connected, extended families. Then only it is really great. That's why Bhartahari said to us, Sajato yena jatena yati vamsas samunnatim. So he is really, really born, because of whom the jati and family, everything becomes really rewarding. And therefore, like that here also we make a prayer. Why I go astray? Because prayer to God is always beneficial, all-round beneficial. So we are making a prayer, Asmakam Veeraha, Asmakam Indras Samruteshu, Dvajeshu Asmakam Yaishavaha Tajayantu. It's a Yuddha Prarthana. Say, because Indra is highly skilled in employing his arrows to success, because something like telling Indra or Vishnu, whatever it is, Narayana, and comes to Rama. You know, in Ramayana, you read a beautiful saying. Rama's character is Ramaha na dvivahashati na dviprayujyate. Rama never employs two arrows or two words for same thing. So Rama Bana is one. Rama is one. Rama Vatnitvam is also one. Therefore, that one, Eka id Devaha, that oneness has been shown in the Rama's personality, and therefore Rama has become so model for us. He is ideal. So Ramavat Vartitavyam na Ravanavatu. Never you should be like Ravana, but you be always like Rama. Including, you have got an episode in Ayodhya Kanda, that when Bharata, Satrughna with large army come, Lakshmana suspected, looking that army and Bharata from the height of a tree, mounting that, he suddenly came down, Amma, Appa, no. See, look, Bharata is coming with large army to kill you, so that he can be a permanent king. And you may return after 14 years and claim the land. So he wants not that kind of thing, he wants to completely. So I am going to kill him. Please permit me to go and kill. So that was the high rate of emotion which Lakshmana entertained. So Rama said smilingly, Smita Purva Vivashanam, no, Prabhu, no Lakshmana, brother, he is coming to meet us here. He found us not be there, so he wanted to greet us, not fight with us or war with us. So that is the kind of Rama. Rama never. Similarly, the Rama Amsha is there in Satrughna. Actually, when he came back, when Bharata saw his mother doing all this havoc in the entire family, he wanted to immediately kill his mother, Kaikeyi, on spot. That was the height of anger which Bharata entertained over his mother. Satrughna immediately said, no, don't do that. Rama will be unhappy and Rama will not approve your action. He will never speak to you like in life purti. If you want our eldest brother to be friendly with you, don't do this atrocity over your mother. Go and love your mother and do what your mother says. Later on we can do. So Satrughna, the last boy or last brother of Rama, and Rama, those are the two people who have that composed mind, control the emotional Bharata, and that's what we say here. Also we make a prayer, Indra Shruteshu Dvajeshu Asmakam Yishavaha Tajayantu. That's the great prayer to issues. See, this is a prayer for the issue or winning expecting the success for the arrows. So that's why Rama is not important. Rama Shakti is important. Rama's Kodanda is important. So the weapon that they wield is also important. Therefore, here, Ishavaha Yaha Taha Ishavaha Jayanto. So, and that's the idea that our Hindu system, our Hindu philosophy is so great and our etiquette is so noble that we always also take into consideration the other thing which is associated with us, which will bring us laurels. An immediate example is a pregnant woman. So people say, Amma, you should eat 2 times because one for the child we are bearing in you and one for you. So eat well. They encourage all nutrients for pregnant women. Why? Because there is one more GV getting up in that. So that is the kind of attitude towards the pregnant woman, towards the weapons we are wielding, towards the Sena or the associates that we have got, etc. Therefore, Ishavaha Tajayanto. This idea has been well portrayed even by Champu Ramayana writer. She says, Sita tells Hanuman, Pativratya Hutasanena Yetam Kuryamaham Bhasmatat Kanama Ramadhanushaha Pratita Prasastihi. If I were to burn Ravana in no time with my Pativratya Agni, where is the greatness for the arrow and bow of my Rama? I want there to be very great while killing him. So that is the spirit of our Indian life. Indian spirit, our Jayanti, Dr. Jayanti is present. She is trying to explore the philosophical system and thinking, and also the ethical thinking, the ethical generality, which our rishis have taught us in scriptures, laws, and see that people must aware in the contemporary times that we are not barren, but we have got wonderful support of our rishis. And so much knowledge is there, so much philosophy is there, so much of wisdom is there, so that we need not prepare much of ourselves or create wisdom. But what wisdom has been deposited, if we are able to use it, they are really different. We're lucky. Therefore, here, Utsattvanam, Mamakanam, Mahagumsi. So, who is it? See, Utsattvanam, Sattva is the strength. All those heroes, all those heroic warriors, they exhibit their maximum in the war to bring success and life prosperity for their king. Raja Bhakti is too much among all the Sainyam. That's why Desha Bhakti. Therefore, in the Atharvaveda tells us, Rashtra Devo Bhava. Apart from all devas, be a Rashtra Deva. Like Shivaji, love your Rashtra, the country in which don't sacrifice your country for your personal gift, personal elevation. No, you better sacrifice yourself, but see that the country is uplifted. That's why Mamakanam, Mahagums, Mahamsi, Utsattvanam. So all my army who are exerting their highest energies and skills in the war, let they be also successful. Because why you make your prayer to Indra? Because he's eligible God who can definitely bless this kind of boon to the to the warriors. Therefore, because Buddhvrutrahan vajinani udrathanam jayatam etu ghoshaha. So he is called Vrutrahan. That is the highest distinction which Indra has on his record, life record, which has been repeatedly remembered to Indra. Like Ravanahantaram Ramam Bhaje, Akshahantaram Hanumantam Bhaje. So we remember Ravana be the victim or killed by Rama. So Rama gets the credit. Because Rama and Ravana fought the war with the spirit, Aravanaram va Jagad Drakshati. So that the challenge was, today is the final fight. When the world will see whether Rama or Ravana, but never two in the world. There cannot be two swords in one scabbard. Like that, with that spirit, Rama and Ravana fought. So that's why here also you see, Buddhvrutrahan. So Vrutrasura Vadha Madirvanu. So that fellow, that Indra has got to give us Jayatam, Jaya. You will see in Durga Saptashti also, having talked about Durga Parameswari's fight with Mahishasura, in the 4th chapter, the prayer was, she gets the compliment as Jaya Durga. So she became Jaya Durga only after killing Mahishasura. So that was the highest distinction, because Mahisha was a Pasu. Mahisho Pashuhu anta. So he was just a beast. Actually, Mahishasura tried to fight with Devi both as a Mahisha, also as a human. But he was failure in both ways and ultimately submitted to her in human form, because Kairna Jivate Kupitantaka Darsanena, which fellow can live looking at the angry Yama? Say Antaka Darsana is okay, Yama Darsana is okay, but Kupita Yama Darsana is a problem. So Mahishasura really felt Devi, when she became a Kupitantaka, like a killer with anger, high-rated anger, then he had Pranan Mumocha, he himself deserted life from his body. So like that, here Jayatametu Ghoshaha. And what is important for Indra is the Ghosha. Ghosha is that high sound that itself will make people die. Because Indra Ghosha and Samudra Ghosha, Rudra Ghosha, etc. is that's why a foreigner like Professor Renu, who came to India and saw, I think Renu, yes, stall, he came to India and looked at Brahmins saying Swaha, Swaha, like that. When they are offering the things, they all said, oh, hard shouts made by the Indian Brahmins, Rutviks, like that, he wrote in his right, hard shouts. So the Ghosha is a hard shout, exerting a lot of energy in that. So, Etu Ghoshaha. So like that today, I think we have been able to note more about Indra, Indrasena, and prayer to Indra, that we upon the earth be as much victorious, as much strong, like that of Indra and Indra Ghosha. Even in Aruna Prashna, there is a Ghosha itself is a divinity. Therefore, the Rudra and Ghosha both put together quell down the enemies and see that Shanti is there in the world. So our Vedic mythology or our scriptures, the mantras are so comprehensive and so pervasive that the number of people have been commenting, translating. No one is satisfied with others' translations, others' commentaries. That's why my professor was telling, no printed translation of any text, Vedic text, is the translation. No. So like that, the Pratibha, Vitpatti, and Vidvam Sattvam, all these things help us to note that the Veda mantras are really great. So I stop here. Thank you very much for new people, Dr. Dharma and Jayanti and Bhairappa and all Omkar. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Vavato Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanta. Markaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Satam. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta. Shri Vasudevarpanamasta. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadosto. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Namaste.
Pranam sir.
Guruji, namaste.
Pranam sir. Thank you so much.
So you very much thankful that you are able to connect today and see how our Indra, our Rigveda mantras give us
Yes, sir.
inspiration.
Yes, sir. So nice of you. You have so much of knowledge. I always admire the way you speak and about our traditions. I wonder that always there is a good part of thing and there is also evil. So that is because of, is it like that for balancing everything? These two things are there. Like
Evil
when we
cannot-
talk about Ram and Ravan or
Yeah.
any kind of, so
the evil can never remain constant, is it not? It will just disappear. And it will be temporary, but truth and trutham and success is always permanent.
yes,
Though the evil works sometime, but that will be torturing, but it cannot be, because nobody will suffer fever long time. That fever will be silenced and people become all right. The disease or complaint is not constant. Never chronic things will be there. Even chronic things also will be under control.
yes,
But to control is Sattva Gunam.
yes, yes. Actually, there was a philosopher in Western tradition. He always asked this question that whether we can go beyond this dichotomy that good and evil. That always is there a possibility that?
Yeah, it is possible because we know our rishis. When Vishwamitra wanted not to waste his tapasa, he requested Rama and Lakshmana to come, because then Dasaratha, said, I will come and kill the Maricha, Rakshasa and Tataki. Then Vishwamitra Maharshi knew that he was not eligible, only Rama is eligible. And Rama had a doubt whether he should kill this Tataki at all. Then Vishwamitra as a guru said, no, Tataki is the right time. So there are opportunities provided for the evil also to get vanished. Because evil people are also unfortunate, is it not? How long they can continue to be harming people, they get tired of it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
They
True,
get
very
tired of it, you know.
Very true.
So they have to die. They will be urged to be completing their things. So people use a lot of slogans, but that is not true. It will just disappear. But only thing is, as long as that is there, we are all kept in suspense and all that. Otherwise, see, we have so many generations, yugas, yuga by yuga. For example, the kind of Rakshasas in Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapara, and now you see the change in them. In Dwapara Yuga, you observe the Rakshasas were very beautiful to look at, all human beings only. Therefore, Krishna had to deal with Manava Rupa Rakshasas.
Yes, yes.
They look very handsome, that they are human beings, but with
Yes.
Rakshasa Guna, Tamo Guna, too much in them, Rajo Guna, too much in them. So one could tolerate up to some extent the Tamasa Gunam. Ultimately, they will be destroyed, because to kill that this Sudarshan Chakra was to be used for Sisupala. Actually, there are less occasions when Sudarshan Chakra was employed by Krishna. As we know, only through that Sudarshan Chakra, Sisupala could be cut off. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So 100 mistakes he was allowed to do it, because he loved Krishna promised the mother of Sisupal, who happened to be his own maternal aunt. Krishna had 4 maternal aunts.
Okay.
And among them, Kunti, he promoted only Kunti Putras, not any others. That's the secret of Krishna Avataram, is it not?
That it can be interpreted philosophically that 100 mistakes is accepted, then 101. So there is a limit to that Papa also. That's a good thing.
That's why 100 is Satam. Satam means Purnam. How
Yes.
long one can be harmful to the world? Difficult.
Thank
You
you
can be
so much.
useful to world more time, but not whole lifetime you will be useful, but not whole lifetime you could be evil.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, it's really nature. Nature is, even for gods also these problems are there. So any jiva, any bhuta, they're all subjected to good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. So that's why Krishna in Gita tells that Yudhyasva Bharata, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, Yogi Bhava Arjuna. Well, these are all the keywords to open up the powers of dulled powers of Arjuna, is it not?
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So thank you, Ma. You are just
Thank you,
able to
sir.
do it.